What's up guys, and welcome back to Wall Street Millennial. If you're new to the channel, we make videos about everything stocks and investing. Today we're going over some of the greatest gains and losses on the Wallstreetbets forum over the past week. First up, we have user Bat Trader, who took profits on Lemonade calls that profited him more than 12 times gains. Lemonade is a disruptive online insurance company whose stock has been on a tear in 2020, up 164%. In just the past 5 days, the stock has increased more than 50% despite very little relevant news about the company being released during this time. The price action was likely driven by retail buying, as stock research firm The Motley Fool recommended the stock to their viewers. Google searches for Lemonade stock have been sharply elevated since December of 2019, which coincides with when the stock started skyrocketing. This Wallstreetbets user bought calls on Lemonade and was able to multiply the move in the stock many times, giving him a 1,232% or $9,249 gain, which he locked in by closing out of the position. And Lemonade wasn't the only good stock that he picked. He also owned calls on CRSR Gaming, a gaming peripherals company that has more than tripled since its IPO in September, as well as calls on AMD, which have roughly doubled in 2020. Given his impressive track record, many Wallstreetbets users asked the OP's current plays going into 2021. He is still long CRSR and AMD, as well as Restoration Hardware, a furniture company, BEP, a renewable energy company, and pet toy company Chewy. Congratulations on the Lemonade 12-bagger and good luck on your future plays. Next up, we have user Actual Meme Smuggler, who's posted a screenshot of his portfolio up 203% in the past month. This user made his gains on Plug Power and Fuel Cell Energy Inc. Fuel Cell Energy is a company that creates large fuel cells for the production of hydrogen, electricity, and heat. Unlike other hydrogen fuel cell companies, their products are mainly large-scale stationary facilities that produce enough power for buildings or factories. They are more like power plants than batteries. Fuel Cell Energy stock has skyrocketed in the past 2 months, going from $2 a share to $17.70 a share. While it traded sideways for 2019 and most of 2020, it was discovered by investors in November as part of the EV craze, prompting big-name Wall Street research firms to start covering the stock. However, this run-up is based on not much else, which has most of these research firms to have a hold or sell rating on the company. Plug Power, on the other hand, continues to make headlines with a new deal struck with French car maker Renault. It has also made 700% gains in the past few months, although on a much more gradual basis over the course of 6 months rather than 2. Luckily for Robinhood user Actual Meme Smuggler, both of these stocks were leveraged up in his portfolio with short-term at-the-money calls. This position was built up in early December, during which time Plug Power was up 150% and Fuel Cell Energy was up 140%. On one Plug Power call alone, this trader's profits were almost 700% all time, or $3,463 off a base of $500. This just goes to show that you don't need to be a genius to make good trades in the stock market. This Wallstreetbets user did not perform any due diligence, but just rode with the wave of Wallstreetbets meme stocks. Not many people on the Wallstreetbets forum do DD, which may in fact be the preferred trading strategy. However, if you do decide to YOLO on these types of stocks, diamond hands is key to making money. This commenter echoes the sentiment that so many people have felt before. They owned Plug Power and considered Fuel Cell Energy in the past before their run-ups, but did not have the conviction to go all in long-term and thus missed the rally. Next up, we have user Barrett Choo Choo, who posted a screenshot of a $33,000 or 78% loss incurred on $54.50 NIO puts expiring on January 15th. NIO stock has skyrocketed more than 50% over the past month to $63 a share, all but ensuring these puts will expire worthless. On January 9th, NIO hosted NIO Day where they announced a new car, the NIO ET7. The ET7 quickly garnered acclaim both from automobile critics and investors thanks to its sleek design and operating specs. It has 1,000 kilometers or 621 miles of battery range. For comparison, the Tesla Model S has a maximum range of just 390 miles. The hype around NIO Day caused the stock to reach an all-time high, continuing its rally over the past year where it has far outperformed even Tesla. NIO Day was great for NIO shareholders, but a disaster for anyone who owned NIO puts, including this Wallstreetbets user. Many people think NIO stock is in a bubble after increasing 16-fold over the past year and its market cap closing in on $100 billion. But fellow Wallstreetbets users point out that NIO is an emerging company with insane amounts of hype built up around it. Regardless of how insane valuations can seem to be, you should be prepared to lose everything when you buy puts on meme stocks like NIO. Next, we have a massive 7-figure Tesla gain from user Empowered. This Vanguard user was long 1,645 shares of Tesla, currently worth $1,334,000. The total gain on this position was $1,069,000, or 400%. According to the previous day value, this portfolio was worth almost $1.5 million the day before, making his one-day P&L a $113,000 loss. This might be why this YOLOer is concerned that his gain will cross below $1 million into the six-figure range, a problem that any of us would be happy to have. These massive gains caused some drama among Wallstreetbets user in the comments section, even though we are all supposed to be one big happy family. User Fudgy the Whale says that the only reason this gain is so big is because the initial investment was large, at $200,000. Kenny420 responds that that comment is just being a party pooper, and multi-baggers are just as hard to come by if you have $2,000 or $200,000 invested. Fudgy the Whale says that the point is, we shouldn't think that this $1 million gain is any more impressive than someone who turns 1K into 5K, with the same percentage return. Yet another Wallstreetbets user points out that it actually is more impressive, because there are a lot of people who have $1,000 to YOLO multiple times, and thus have a higher chance of one of them working out. Whereas with a $200,000 YOLO, most of the time it's pretty much you have one shot and either works out or you lose everything. Whichever side you take, we can all agree that any of us would be happy to be in this Wallstreetbets degenerate's position. Before we get into the good stuff, make sure to click the link in the description below to get 4 free stocks worth at least $21 total with Webull. It's literally free money, so why wouldn't you do it? Next up, we have user Disruptive Bull, who is currently down 92% and 31% in 2 positions in BlackBerry calls. One of the calls expires on January 15th, so there are only a few days left until expiry. Over the past month, BlackBerry stock has decreased about 8% to $7.62 per share. His strike price is $9, so he would need the stock to increase 18% in 3 days for his call to expire in the money. He plans on backholding the calls until they expire and will post loss porn of his account tanking when they expire worthless. BlackBerry stock has received a lot of attention on Wallstreetbets lately as its price soared more than 90% in the past few months. In December, they announced a deal with Amazon to develop and market their intelligent vehicle data platform, which sent shares soaring. The platform is called IVY, and it allows automakers to read vehicle sensor data to improve vehicle performance. This platform drives the concept of Internet of Things into reality and could allow automakers to create connected cars that monitor the vehicle's performance and make improvements in real time. You may know BlackBerry for their business phones, but in recent years they have transitioned their focus to software development and the Internet of Things. Their deal with Amazon gave them credibility as a top player in the Internet of Things technologies. Unfortunately for our friend Disruptive Bull, he bought at the top and shares have pulled back in recent weeks, rendering his January 15th calls all but worthless. But it's not completely over, as he still has a chance of making back his losses, with his June 18th $9 calls. Many Wallstreetbets users in the comments think that the June call will end up printing as BlackBerry is making new moves. The stock is just slower than the true meme stocks like NIO or Tesla, so you had to give it a few months. Next up, we have user Whitehawk120 with a day trade gone very well with Tesla calls. This Robinhood user bought a contract of 865 strike calls expiring this Friday. At last check, Tesla had just increased in price from about $8.30 a share to just about the strike price of $8.65 a share. I've said it on this channel before, the biggest gains on options come when the price of the stock crosses the strike price, as this is the point when the delta of the option starts to become substantial compared to the cost basis of the option. This YOLOer benefited from that fact in less than an hour and a half. In the span of one morning, this trade has already netted more than $1,000 or 50% on a base of $2,000. Of course, this would be impossible to do consistently, but if you were able to repeat this return just once every month, your annualized gains would be 12,900%. Not bad for an early morning trade. Next, we have an options trade that is so good it almost seems like arbitrage. On January 6th, this Robinhood user bought one contract of Plug Power 51 strike calls expiring later this month. At the time, the stock was trading around $35 a share, so the calls were almost 50% out of the money with only 2 weeks till expiry. However, after a monster run of almost 100% in only 5 days, the calls are now securely in the money and have printed $1,400, or 5,870% in less than 1 week. The comments of course drool at the thought of such insane 4-digit gains. User Kokodoko comments, imagine if the OP had bought 100 of these calls, then the gains would be about $140,000. OP one time come and run said they were thinking that earlier, to which Lumpy Old Pillow says that it is the problem, too much thinking and not enough gambling. This goes to show that the most money you can make on options is if you buy an option and it crosses over the strike price into the money. Congratulations on your insane gains. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video. If you like the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Also check us out on TikTok, link in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Wall Street Millennial, signing out.